Have you been asked that before?
On the record, Senator?
Yes.
I don't recall.
You were asked a year ago in writing, and you failed to answer it in writing. You knew damn well you're going to be asked it today, but you don't want to answer it. Senator Lee asked, why don't you report the numbers? You don't report the numbers because you don't want people to know the numbers. So the fact that you sit there and say, I don't know, he said 1,300. Is that number in the ballpark?
1,300 as it relates to which category, Senator?
Biological males housed in female prisons.
No, that would be a much larger number.
Which is a larger number?
So the number of individuals who even identify as transgender at the Federal Bureau of Prisons is around 1,700. And the number of individuals that are housed in institutions not conforming with their biological sex are very low.
Very low. Are we talking 100? Are we talking 10?
We will look at the numbers. We're talking less than 10.
So your testimony here, I just want to understand, your testimony here today is there are fewer than 10 biological males, human beings that were born male, who are housed in female prisons. Is that your testimony?
That is my understanding, and I will confirm that and get back to you.
Okay. Of the 1,700 prisoners you referenced, how many of them are convicted sex offenders?
I do not know the answer to that, Senator.
Are you aware that Great Britain's numbers, according to a January 2022 report, is the proportion of male-born transgender offenders who are sex offenders in the UK prison system is roughly 60%, significantly higher than the 18% of the general population? Are those numbers consistent with the American numbers?
I'm not familiar with Great Britain's numbers.
So let me ask you this. How many female inmates have been sexually assaulted by biological males who BOP has housed in female prisons?
Senator, I would have to look into that and get back to you.
Do you have an obligation to protect those female prisoners?
Absolutely.
And so have you examined how many women have been sexually assaulted by biological males that BOP has placed in the prison with those women?
I have not, Senator, but I will tell you that safety and security and the placement of every individual in our custody is top of mind and the most important.
So if it's top of mind, why haven't you examined how many have been sexually assaulted? This is an obvious question. If you put a man with male genitals, with a male body in a female prison who's a convicted sex offender, it's not rocket science that there's a real risk those women are going to be victims of sexual assault. How is it possible that you haven't even asked the question, how many women are getting sexually assaulted because of the policies of the Biden administration?
Senator, I assure you that safety and security of these individuals are top of mind. And
so you haven't asked the question?
If there was misconduct, those individuals would be held accountable.
Thank you, Senator Cruz.
Hello, English people. Every day I'm dazzled by this that happened there. You mean someone can identify as female and is a male and be taken to a female prison? Do you know how many nutheads could try just to pull that move so that they can go there and stay with all those women? That is crazy. I mean, someone can identify as anything and we love them equally, but I think they should be made a different prison for them where they go there and they are put aside. Because identifying as a female is not the same as being female. This thing is very crazy. Is that a topic people should be really talking about? No, I really doubt. There are other very, very big things that should bother people. But that one, they should make a prison for them. My thoughts.
Hold on. I don't know. It looks like a UFO. Look at that. That's so weird. I wish that my camera could zoom in more. That's so weird.
In the early hours of December 1st, 1996, there were hundreds of reports and police calls along the entire eastern coast of the United States and Canada. In cities like Philadelphia, Allentown, New Haven, Worcester, and Halifax, Nova Scotia, millions of people witnessed around 2 in the morning the appearance of strange structures that emerged in the middle of the cities, amid tall buildings and residential complexes. Emergency Protocol 48 from the Department of Defense for aerial events allowed for the immediate use of the hololuminescence projector on the East Coast. Beyond the unknown subsequent effects, the Interstellar Security Department at the Pentagon ordered the immediate projection of a weather event that would obscure the view of the strange structures that had landed for no apparent reason. Although the event was unforeseen, the Security Committee experts had anticipated that, given the recent events on the East Coast, a phenomenon of such characteristics could reach unexpected levels.
Yo, now that is creepy. You mean they used...
Pessoal, essa sereia apareceu no Rio Doce, em Minas Gerais, galera. Dá uma olhada comigo nessas imagens ali, ó. Você pode ver ali, ó. As autoridades não querem que ninguém incomode essa sereia, para que ela se sinta bem em casa, você entendeu? Então dá uma olhadinha nessas imagens aí, ó. Eles estão escondendo de vocês, mas o governo quer ficar com essas imagens só para eles. Olha isso, pessoal.
Was that a mermaid? Yo, do mermaids really exist, or what was that you just saw? These things, man, they are really, I don't know, man, they are really mind... But what do you call them? Please help me to understand these phenomena, because some of them are out of my mind. I can't even fathom them. And that previous video about those buildings just appeared out of nowhere, and the government did some crazy stuff, and with the weather, that's how they trick people into not seeing those buildings. Is that true? And if that's true, man, you can imagine if in 1996 that was able to be done. What about now, the things that the government can do? This is crazy. Share your thoughts about what you know or think.
Question. Good. Let's talk about UFOs. Can you explain to me how our governments came into possession of UFO material to the point that they could start their own projects? Did it have anything to do with the Roswell incident? Answer. Yes, but that incident was not the first one. I am no historian. I am studying only your current behavior, so my knowledge about those events in your history is presumably not very extensive. I will try to explain to you what I know about those things which happened at that time. Let me think about it for a second. In the years 1946 to 1953, in your time scale, there were 5 cases where extraterrestrial ships crashed to the surface of the Earth. In that crash, which you call the Roswell incident, there was not only 1 alien ship involved, but 2 that crashed after a collision in different parts of the land in the West, the one you call the USA. You have to know that the ships of this particular species can remain levitating in the air for a particular period of time, even though they are damaged. That accounts for the spatial difference in their crash locations. These were indeed not the first crashes, but by that time the second and the third. Another ship had crashed in 1946, but it was destroyed beyond usability.
E aqui tem negócio de corte.
Agora a metade é meu, que tu gastou ontem.
Olha. Tem 3.000 conto aqui. Sabe disso aí.
A metade é meu.
Valeu, valeu.
If you know how to perform that trick, oh, that is crazy. A fire on the sea. I don't know how it happens, but I know it can scientifically. That is crazy. That guy, the magician, changing tissue into money. Whoa, that is crazy. If you know that trick, please, you can tell us in the comment section. It is urgent. Let's keep watching.
This might be the craziest thing I have ever seen. So at Lana Del Rey's concert, a wave of energy or whatever the heck happened jolted everyone in the crowd back. Just watch the raw footage.
These are, I think, what are those?
What you guys are about to see in this video is nearly impossible to understand. Apparently you can see the guy is on a wood with his dog recording and chilling in like a normal day. But all of a sudden the dog started acting very strange and the guy got so curious, start following the dog. But dog was following something very dangerous. Once he got near to this thing, the guy and his camcorder or whatever is recording with realized there's a girl literally levitating between the woods and her mother watching her like it's a normal thing. But when her mother saw the dog and realized there's a person around her, she just took the daughter and just ran away from here. And this video is unexplainable till now.
Recycling in these boxes and they cut them so people could not use.
My father's last full-time job here in Canada was shredding shoes for Nike. That was his all-day job. So when something got really popular, they would shred it to keep up the perception of scarcity. And when something was unpopular, they would shred it so that they wouldn't dilute their brand. Like, capitalism is killing us.
I'd like to be given that work to shred them. Satellite fell from the sky. Oh, is this even possible? Can a satellite fall from the sky? You know, this is very risky. The damage, the damage that this thing can cause, man. Wow! This is very, very risky. You can imagine if all those satellites up there that we hear revolve around the earth fell. Man, it could be very chaotic. It could cause a disaster. Wow! This is not good at all. What could have caused a satellite to fall? Maybe a malfunctioning or what do you know? I know these things about satellite, I don't know them. But coming from this side of the world, we might say we don't have much information about satellites. We only hear about them. Now even seeing this is a privilege. Wow. What happened? Do parachutes, do satellites have parachutes or what's this? Something that's lifting it like, wow. Oh, I'd like to understand this. What's happening here? Oh, that's how they are lifted, using those things that look like kites or parachutes or what do I don't even have a name to call these things because you know I'm not much experienced in this field. I have even zero experience, but you can help me to understand them.
Oya, someone's job has been taken away. Naona mambo hapa. Jamani, sina sahani. Kazi ya mtu ishaenda. Bye bye.
All right, you want to fire your dentist? Use salt. Going back 20 years, I had a buddy. He was brushing his teeth with Epsom salt 5 times a day. I thought it was kind of odd. So anyways, I researched it. This article said the biggest secret the dental industry does not want you to know is the power of salt.
Power of salt. I can say that one here in Africa is something we knew from the past. Our great-grandparents used salt to brush their teeth and other things like charcoal. It sounds crazy or like witchcraft, but you can try and see if it really works, man. Because you might be surprised. You don't need all those things that you go and buy there that we saw in our previous episodes. Maybe some are harmful to your health. So let's keep watching. You know, we learn here things, a lot of these that are very nice. a Dutch artist invented this amazing structure that works using the energy from the wind. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. That's the kind of energy we need, man.
Those who want money and then what's we're joining? You know we're joining?
On set.
So and yes set. We are ushering people reality. We are now awkward. 2 to be to 2. And I work at trail is giving and is giving.
Be careful.
And I'm the food be on. Why they talk like a big man?
Is that a prop or that looks like a prop?
People are still arguing that witchcraft. So there are some people who are still arguing that witchcraft is not real. See what happened in Mbalala, Choma district in southern province of Zambia. So this guy is under the coffin and they're calling the relatives of this same guy to come in front or else he's not going to be freed. Guys, witchcraft is real, especially in villages. So all you need to do is to be prayerful and conduct yourself in a proper manner. Once you kill innocent people, once you murder somebody, they'll do charms on you and this will happen to you. So let's not kill one another. Let's love each other, pray for each other, and take care of each other than this. Look at, there's some people who are merciless and they will punish you in this manner. So comment, like, and share if you want me to post more.